Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be using the free-to-play LR Vegito Blue with level 10 links, a unit that came out just over 4 years ago. He was released on Global on January 18th, 2018. So 4 years later, I'm going to be taking him on a 170 lead team, because unfortunately he doesn't go on a 200% lead team. I'm going to be taking him on a 170 lead team with level 10 links, and I'm gonna see how good he is. I've used him a few times in like ESBR and doing certain runs. He's actually he's not bad. For a unit that was released 4 years ago that has no current EZA, he's actually not a bad unit to still use. I'm being completely honest when I say that. He's not a bad unit still. Obviously nowhere near as good as he used to be, but he's still quite good. So we've got him in a Battle of Wits team. His best linking partner, or one of, is actually the Year 3 fusing Vegito unit, or these two after they fuse, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit to get that off. And then I've thrown this Goku on there just to get the Warrior Gods link off. So typically you're not really going to be getting all links active for the most part. You know, if you were to run him properly, the most links you'll be getting active is about 5, which is still pretty good. Unfortunately though, as I said, you do have to wait for one of the Goku and Vegeta units to fuse into Vegito for, you know, for him to have those 5 links off. So typically you only be getting about 4 off, and then we've got this this base Vegito here purely for his support of attack and defense plus 30%. But before we do get into it, do me a huge favor, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, all the support is very much appreciated. But yeah, let's see what the 4-year-old free-to-play LRVB can do. Okay, so here we are. We do actually have him on rotation with one of the Goku and Vegetas right now, so I do want to be keeping him here so we can get that fusion off. So turn 1, we do have quite a few links active. We're missing Power Bestow by God and Fuse Fire, which means we're missing a level 10 attack plus 10% performance super attack from Power Bestow by God, and Fuse Fire, which is only giving us key plus 2 in attack and defense plus 5% at level 10. So we're not missing a whole lot right now. We're probably mainly getting the links from the Goku, right? No, we're actually sharing a decent amount of links with both. Actually, no, we're only sharing Prepared for Battle. Still, we need them on rotation with them anyway, so we're going to run it like this. So we currently have Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Prepared for Battle, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power active. So from Super Saiyan at level 10, we get attack plus 15%. We got Warrior Gods, which is attack plus 10% and attack plus 5% when performing a super attack. So all in all, we'll end up having, in total already, attack plus 40% from that. Attack plus, no, that's not attack plus, no, attack plus 30%, my bad, mass. And then from Prepared for Battle, we're getting key plus 2 in attack and defense plus 5%. And then Shattering the Limit's giving us key plus 2 in attack and defense plus 5%. And then Legendary Power is giving us attack plus 15% when performing a super attack. So, with those links active apart from Legendary Power and what was the other one on super attack? Warrior Gods, where we get extra 5%. A 239k attack stat and 117k defense. How many dupes does this Goku and Vegeta have? 2. So turn 1, to be fair, they only have Prepared for Battle active. But still, this is a unit that was released literally just over 4 years ago in 2018. And he has a turn 1 attack stat with not even all of his links active. Not even the extra bonuses he's going to be getting or buffs from Legendary Power or, what was the other one? Warrior Gods extra 5% on Super. And he has a 239k attack stat. Bear in mind, he doesn't have an EZA yet either, which, by the way, should make him probably one of the best free-to-play units in the game again when he eventually does get one. And 117k defense turn 1 isn't bad. The only problem is, can I get him a super attack off? It doesn't look like I can, I'm not going to lie. In fact, we might actually be able to. We indeed can, but Goku and Vegeta is probably going to kill Goku in like 1 hit. How much do we have now? We have a 458k attack stat after picking up some orbs. I mean, let's hope Goku and Vegeta doesn't kill Goku here. Because it would be nice to see him get a super off, like, already. Especially because he doesn't even... Well, actually, no, he does get key on his passive, but it's not at the start of turn. So, turn 1, what are we looking at? 3.1 mil. That's pretty good. On an 18 key, don't forget, he also greatly raises attack by 50% on super on 18 key as well, and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. But bear in mind, this is purely with attack and defense plus 80% at the start of turn on his passive, and then greatly raising his attack for 1 turn on his 18 key. That's pretty impressive. I know 3.1 million isn't, you know, an amazing attack stat nowadays. It's quite low, but when you think about it, this unit was released just over 4 years ago, and he's still able to put out over 3.1 million attack stat. That's not even with all of his links active. He's still missing, as I said at the time, Fuse Fighter, which is attack and defense plus 5%, because it's a key link, which isn't the most. But he's missing Power Bestow by God, which is an extra attack plus 10% performing a super attack. And he is missing, yeah, the Fuse Fighter. So he's missing an extra attack plus 15% from there. So he's not missing a whole lot. But just over 3.1 million, considering he only has attack and defense plus 80%. And then greatly raises attack for 1 turn on 18 key. That's still pretty good. This unit is over 4 years old with no EZA. It's still pretty good. It is still pretty good. On 12 key, he does raise attack and defense by 30%. He does actually, not 30%, sorry. He does actually stack on his 12 key by 20% every time he super attacks. So we could actually see him do quite a bit of damage if we don't actually get his 18 key off, which is mad to say. You know, how often do you not want to get an 18 key off with an LR? But you can actually stack with him. So he's actually still very viable for longer events like GT Goku event and Vegito event, because all you got to do is just keep getting his 12 key off and stack. And even then, at some points, you probably won't even struggle to not get the 18 key, because the only time he gets key is mainly from his passive, but his key boost comes from raising his key up to 10. The less HP remaining, the greater the key boost. And that's all he does. So you can actually avoid it. Right now, we literally only have prepared for battle active, and we still have 162k attack stat and 112k defense. I mean, let's start raising this guy's attack and defense. Let's start raising it. The fact he stacks on 12 key is actually very nice. So whenever this guy receives an EZA, which again, I hope is soon, because this is a unit I'm really looking forward to EZAing a lot. 1.4 million. I mean, it's 12 key and he only has 1 link active, so it's not going to be anything special. But the fact that he stacks on 12 key is very handy, and he stacks both attack and defense. He doesn't stack one, he stacks both. But this is a unit that I can't wait to get an EZA, because he's still pretty good today, considering he's over 4 years old, which is mad, and he doesn't even have an EZA yet, and he's still quite viable. So I'm not gonna lie, what I'm seeing right now, I'm actually quite impressed with. I'll be completely honest, I'm actually quite impressed with. He's looking pretty good. I mean, if he was to get an EZA, what would you give him? When you think about some of the other VB units that are out, I mean, he's not gonna have a counter, because otherwise they would have to make a whole animation, and they're not gonna do that. If he was to have a counter, he would have had it immediately. Maybe, because a lot of VB units have this built in. The LR one has it. The EZA Fizz one has it. Even the Tech one has it, and his EZA is going to be mad when he gets it. Maybe he'll EZA when the Tech VB and the Strength Rose 8 EZA. I mean, hopefully, I just hope it's soon. But those 3 VB units all have built-in additionals. So maybe when he gets his EZA, of course, that attack and defense plus 80%, you know, gets an increase to whatever, you know, maybe like 120, something like that. Maybe a bit more, 150. I wouldn't mind, I'm not gonna lie. We can actually get the fusion off right now, but I actually kind of want to see what he does with a decent amount of links active with support before getting the rest of his links active. So he's on a 302k attack stat and 172k defense with support, and he has also only super attacked once to start stacking. So we're actually going to let him get his 18 key here to see what he can do, like, you know, without the fusion with support right now. So we're talking like just over 3.1 million. He's also raised his attack and defense. You know, he's got a few links active and support. You're probably looking at maybe like close to 3.5 million right now with support. Which is, again, not bad at all. It's still pretty good considering how old he is. Am I right? 3.4.5. I was literally very close. Very, very close. But yeah, I mean, what can they give him? They could give him built-in additionals. Maybe for each additional performed, like I think the Tech... Actually, no, I think both the LR transforming Vegito and the Tech VB has this. Jesus, that was a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage. I need to be careful. You know, maybe they could give him some built-in additionals. Maybe that is something they could go for. They could give him some additionals, and then every time he performs an attack, maybe gets, you know, some extra attack and defense. Maybe something like that. Or maybe he gets extra attack and defense on super attack. Maybe both. Maybe, I don't know why they would do this. Guard damage reduction, maybe gets more damage reduction per attack performed or something with built-in additionals. I don't know. It does seem very likely that they could give him built-in additionals, which is great, especially when you consider he has a 12 key that stacks. And if he has a 12 key that stacks, you know, every single time he gets an additional, he's going to be raising his attack and defense and stacking, which is fantastic. So yeah, giving him built-in additionals makes a lot of sense, and also would help the stacking of his 12 key. But now, because I healed, I probably should have ushered. I do need to get my health down as well, health down again, so I can get the transformation off.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we're going to get the fusion off, we're going to get the transformation, we're going to get those 5 links active. But in terms of what they could give for the EZA, I mean, by all means, let me know down in the comments. What would you like to see, or what do you think Dokkan could give this free-to-play LRVB for when he gets an EZA? I mean, the built-in additionals really do make sense to me, because as I said, a lot of Vegito blue units have built-in additionals in some capacity. Maybe. So he stacks attack and defense on 12 key by 20%. So maybe on the 18 key, maybe he could go from greatly raising attack for 1 turn to greatly raising attack and raises defense. So 1 is 50%, the defense is 30. Or maybe you could just make the 18 stack as well. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe if he was to stack on both, maybe that would already be there already. But I mean, either or would be pretty good. So we're getting some extra key now. We have almost every single link active apart from Warrior Gods, which means we're missing out on attack plus 10% and 5% performing a super attack. We're up to 334k attack stat and 172k defense, which is actually really good to have at the start of turn. Again, don't forget, all he is getting at the start of turn is attack and defense plus 80%, which is crazy. As I said, he's still quite viable in today's Dokkan. Like, he just is. He's nowhere near as good as he used to be, do not get me wrong. He's definitely aged, obviously. And I mean, considering he is just over 4 years old, aging the way he's done is not bad at all. It's nothing to turn your nose at. I knew that was going to happen. So yeah, the fact that he has that at the start of turn, 4 years on, is still pretty good. We are getting super attacked right there, which isn't really a problem. So it's still looking good for him. And this is without an EZA. Can you imagine what he could have and how good he could be with an EZA? As I said, a lot of VB units have built-in additionals. You could see him get built-in additionals. Maybe, you know, for each attack performed, he gets an additional attack and defense, or, you know, attack, or, you know, defense, something like that. You know, maybe he gets something on super. Of course, the attack and defense plus 80% will go up, you know, as a flat passive. Maybe he goes to 120, 150, maybe even more. Again, I wouldn't mind if it was higher. You know, on super attack, on 12 key, he stacks. Maybe he starts stacking on 18 key. Maybe he stacks, you know, maybe he raises attack and defense and stacks on 12. But maybe he stacks by 50% on attack and defense on 18. Or maybe he just stacks attack. I don't know. And then just raises defense for 1 turn by 30% or something like that. That could still work. You know, the raising key, the less HP remaining, the greater the key boost. I mean, they could keep that. You know, it's actually not that difficult to give this man key once you get his links active. But if I'm being completely honest, a free-to-play unit that is 4 years old, and he doesn't need a whole lot to be good. He's still viable for longer events as long as you're constantly getting his 12 key off. It's just he needs a bit more on his passive, because 80% isn't obviously a lot anymore. He doesn't need a whole lot to be very good for a free-to-play unit in 2022. I can't lie. So again, we have pretty much every single link active apart from Warrior Gods, and we have support. Bear in mind, we haven't seen him without the support yet with the fusion. And we're on a 390k attack stat and 200k defense. That's ridiculous. And don't forget as well, you know, especially with, we're literally in a Goku event. We're in a longer event. Really? We're getting a Dokkan attack? Really? We're probably not going to see the super attack then. Really making it difficult for the video right now. Of course, we're going to avoid the Dokkan attack, and then there's the counters as well. Yeah, we're probably not going to see VB super this turn. I'm not going to lie. We're probably not going to see him super. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind spending a little bit more time than I have to here, because I'm actually thoroughly impressed by him. So, I mean, you know, as I said, he's still viable in longer events right now because he stacks on 12 key. As long as you just constantly get his 12 key up, and I mean, like, you proper keep stacking him by the time you get to the end, he should be good. He should be good. I mean, maybe as a floater in ESBR, and like as long as you run your items with him and focus your items around him, that could also help him there. But he's definitely still viable in longer events, just because he stacks. And again, in terms of what they could give him for his EZA, or maybe what you would want to see on him, do let me know down in the comments, because it'd be interesting to hear that. Like I said, one of the common themes between VB units is that they do have built-in additionals, and then have some type of, you know, raising attack and defense, you know, per attack performed or something like that. So maybe he could have something like that. It actually makes sense, because a lot of them do have that. And, you know, if it's making him stronger, you know, yeah, he's still going to be very, very good. But yeah, man, this guy is 4 years old, so we should have every single link active right now. We do. I am going to usher, because we are getting super attacked in slot 1. So every single link active, 367k attack stat, 172k defense. Of course, if we did spend the whole event stacking, he would have way more than that. And, you know, with stacking units, I don't have to literally physically show you to know, and for you guys to know, that his attack and defense could obviously be a lot higher if he was stacking the entire time. But 3.4 mil is still pretty good without support of a unit that is 4 years old without an EZA. Of course, he hasn't done any damage because it's type invited unit, but that's still pretty impressive. That is still pretty impressive. I can't lie, it's still very good. Again, he is showing his age, which by all means, show your age. It's not like he's a year, 2 years old. He is just over 4 years old and is a free-to-play unit that is yet to pick up an EZA, and he's still putting out 3.4 milli attack stats. And he's still viable in today's content right now, which is crazy to think. It's crazy to think about. But yeah, just imagine the type of numbers he'd be putting out if you stacked him the entire time. He would actually be putting out some pretty crazy numbers. He would be on par and then some, depending on how long it takes you to stack or how long you're stalling to stack him. He would be on par or somewhat, you know, above some current units in Dokkan who are 4 years younger than him. So, you know what? He's... When he gets his EZA, no doubt, when he gets his EZA, I do not have a single doubt in my mind that he will probably be one of, if not the best, free-to-play unit in the entire game once he gets his EZA. 100%. He's already still pretty good 4 years on without one. So when he eventually does get his EZA, he's easily going to be up there as one of the best free-to-play units, if not the best, in the whole game. And one major thing to his advantage as well, compared to the likes of like Roshi, or even the version Z update Goku is... Actually, maybe not the version Z update Goku, because he is a pure Saiyan unit. But one thing in his advantage against the Roshi is... He's a Vegito unit. He's also a God's unit. You know, he has links like Super Saiyan. He has links like, you know, Prepared for Battle, Legendary... Oh, well, they both have Legendary Power, but, you know, Fuse Fighter. He links well with a lot of good fusing units. So that probably gives him a slight advantage as well. But I'm impressed, man. I was looking forward to using this guy so much once I got him to level 10 links. And now, I honestly cannot wait for him to get an EZA. Because when he gets an EZA, I've already got his links level 10. His EZA should be ridiculous. He should be one of the best free-to-play units in the whole game. And I've already got his links level 10, which means he's going to be insane. So we have the final rotation right now with support. Not every link active, that's not possible. We're only missing Warrior Gods though. 390k attack stat, 200k defense. We have only stacked him. Bear in mind, we've only stacked him, I think twice, maybe 3 times. And he's still got some pretty decent stats at the start of turn. But as I said before, I don't need to tell you or physically show you, you know, when you use a stacking unit, you can get their attack and defense, or you can stack them up to some pretty decent lengths. So what is he sitting on? As I said, he's barely been stacked up. He's stacked about 2-3 times from his 12 key. But he is going to greatly raise attack 4.1 mil. I was about to say he does greatly raise attack for 1 turn on 18 key, and there it is right there. He hasn't done a whole lot of damage on the actual, you know, damage output itself on the super. But once he gets his EZA, obviously he's going to be having no problems putting out some big numbers, and no doubt well over 1 mil. But he's still viable today in longer events. He's still putting out some good numbers. You can get his attack and defense up to way higher than I did if you were to stack him the entire event. Once he gets his EZA, no doubt, he will be one of the best free-to-play units, if not the best, in the whole game. And I've already got him level 10 links. So make sure you start grinding this guy's links if you are a link leveler, to make sure he's ready. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and also let me know what you would probably give to him when he gets his EZA. I'll see you next video, guys, and push.